Let's get to it. It's Recognized Maine right here on RecognizedRap.com. Every Friday we got interviews with artists, producers, videographers, photographers, DJs. I'm trying to get everyone involved here on this Recognized Maine series who's active and doing their thing within the hip-hop scene here in Maine. So that's what Recognized Maine is all about. And this episode, you guys are going to like this one. We got Zaya Universe in the house. He just put out an album today, Friday, March 23rd. It's called 8. We're going to be talking to Zaya about that album and so much more in just a few moments. And we got photographer Christian Kroot, who's been doing this thing up in Orono, Maine, taking pictures of rappers up there. We got Christian in the house as well, and details on a concert coming up in September. Hot 104.7 is throwing this event featuring Lil Jon. We got details on that concert coming up at the end of this episode. Plus, we got sneak peeks of new music from Lil Foreign, Rocks the 96er, local artist right here on Recognized Maine. But let's start with this Zaya Universe interview. So I mentioned he just put out an album today. It's called 8. I asked him what the concept of that one was.
8 is kind of symbolic with infinity. If you turn it on its side, it looks like infinity. And it's just about unlimited potential. You know, I can do anything. I just started producing and I made a crazy album by my damn self in my own damn studio.
He really did make the whole album by himself. I mean, he even produced every beat that's on there, and the beats go crazy. So make sure to give this one a listen. And basically, he dropped this album with no promotion. I mean, it took me by surprise. So I asked him, why was this the right time to drop this project?
I feel like I just have to continue my consistency this year. In 2018, we've been doing a lot of shows and a lot of different types of art, live art with Wazo Live and stuff like that. But I need to put out my bread and butter, which is my albums, my music. My music is my biggest product.
And the cover art for this album is ridiculous. We're about to show you guys the cover in just a second. But, you know, it's colorful, it's vibrant, it's electrifying. I asked Zaya what the meaning was behind the cover.
I spent a lot of time working with kids and just connecting directly to the youth. And it's actually a cover made by a 6-year-old kid that I was working with at the time. And it inspired me because I showed him, it was just like a little simulator or something like that where you could make your own art. And he took it so serious and made like 4 or 5 different pictures like that. And I just thought it was really dope. I wanted to use it for a cover.
So this right here is the cover. So shout out to that 6-year-old who made this. If you're watching this, give yourself some credit in the comment section. Let people know who you are so, you know, people can contact you for other projects as well. And right now we got a snippet of one track off the album. It's called Maybach Dreams. Let's get into it.
Martian madness, yeah. Just thank God I'm black, huh? Maybach dreams, yeah. Stick right to the trap, belong on the map. That's why I stay packed up. I grew up on Sosa, and I got that back now. I'm 300, yeah. I'm 300 racks. Universe, hot, Wazo in the crowd. See a nigga fly, try to shoot me down. Stick all in his eye, but I got that lawnmower.
You heard him say, I grew up on Sosa, and I told him, Zaya, I mean, I've never related to a lyric more than that, because all throughout high school, college, basically all I listened to is Chief Keef. And Zaya, you know, that goes for himself too. So I asked him, how did Chief Keef influence your style musically?
Sosa influenced all this whole generation, including myself. There's a reason for a lot of different lingos and stuff like that, but it was just really an ode to him because I had never said that. I see people always talk about who they grew up on and whatever, but I grew up on Sosa. I got that bag now, you know? I'm 300. I'm not no age. I'm 300, yeah. Need 300 racks.
So coming up on April 7th, Zaya Universe, he's got a performance at the Space Gallery in Portland. Wazo Davi's going to be there as well. Dre Armani's going to be performing as well. It's going down April 7th. The show is at 8:30 p.m. at the Space Gallery. I asked Zaya why people should come out to that one.
Wazo Live is the biggest up-and-coming thing in this city. I promise to God. We got craziest performances, the craziest energy, like super positive energy. We're not trying to act gangster. We're not trying to act famous. We're not trying to act. None of that shit is the real, you know, coming together to celebrate life, you know. We out here. We're positive all the time. We put on for the youth. We put on for the real youth, the young kids, the high school kids, stuff like that. My own age supports it, so it's just a culmination of the whole city, just bringing it together, culture, everything.
And Zaya mentioned that any young artists who want to perform at future Keisha Wazo events, they can contact Zaya Universe on Instagram. He said his DMs are always open, so make sure to connect with Zaya on Instagram. And lastly, he just had some words of wisdom.
I just want to say, fuck all this bullshit. Let's stick together. Real nigga shit. Anybody that does music, anybody that's creative, anybody that's really trying to make a way in this world, do what they do best. Stick with the people that are trying to stay on the same mindset as you. Don't be swaying in the wind. Don't fuck with some niggas that just sip Henny. Don't fuck with some niggas that, you know, that hate or that take advantage or whatever it is. Do your own shit and you can make it out like I did. I stayed strong for years and now my time is coming.
So salute to Zaya Universe for checking in, Recognize Maine today. Again, go check out his album, 8. It's on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you guys can find it. Now, before we get into this Christian Kroot interview, we got a sneak peek of new music from Rocks the 96er. It's called Ferragamo Buckle. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think.
You dripping ragu, not to brag. Ooh, I got bags, you do not. Why is you mad, dude? Is you cash shoes? Lil' homie, is you nuts? Get to the cash, dude. Get a map, dude. I swear you look lost. I'm walking past you, cause the cash rules everything and you lost. If you want money, come fuck with a boss. Wealth is the only thing that I'm about. My homie got caught and got back for a louse. He went to the station and covered his mouth. He ain't said a word cause he knew it'd be wrong. And it ain't took us long before we got him out. Homie don't act like we knew that this shit. This is what everything all been about.
So again, Rocks the 96er. That one is called Ferragamo Buckle. Just a sneak peek. Expect the full version to drop real soon. And now let's waste no time. Let's get into this Christian Kroot interview. Again, he's a photographer based up in Orono, Maine. Been very busy taking photos of rappers lately. I asked him how he got started, you know, taking pictures of rappers.
I met J-Star probably 2 years ago and got my first camera about a year and a half ago and started taking pictures for him because he was up in the area, and we kind of just linked up and one thing led to another, and from there it kind of just branched out, and then this year kind of took off and started working with other rappers like Hooligan Bam, YSG, Skizzy, and it's kind of just taken off since there.
Yeah, it's getting very serious very quickly for Christian. And coming up next month in April, he's actually going to North Carolina for a concert.
I'm actually flying down to North Carolina second week of April to link up with J-Star and Skizzy for a concert at Guilford College with Waka Flocka. And we're going to set up and do a little vlog thing down there while I'm there, and it should come out real nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well. I love watching vlogs, you know, behind-the-scene vlogs, concert footage vlogs. Those are the future, I believe. And he talks more specifically his plans for that vlog right here.
I'm just going down for 3 days and going down with the mentality, like, not a vacation, it's work. And so pretty much my camera won't leave my hand 24/7, whether it's moments taking pictures, but in between doing a vlog type setting and then incorporating like the behind the scenes in the studio to before the show and with the show, and trying to make all that turn into one vlog that kind of flows throughout the whole trip.
So expect that vlog to come out in April. Be on the lookout for that. Now, I asked Christian, what would be the dream artist? You know, if you could pick any rapper to go on tour with, to take pictures of, who would that be?
One artist I think would be fun to go on tour with and take pictures for would probably be someone like Rich the Kid, someone who brings that energy every moment of every day, always working, trying to like always have something coming out for the fans.
Rich the Kid, he's just a super goofball on Instagram, you know, whether it's his little funny videos that he posts or the pictures. He knows what he's doing on Instagram as far as, you know, capturing people's attention and all that. So I could definitely see Rich the Kid as a fun and exciting artist to take pictures of. Now, I asked Christian, you know, do you have a particular strategy when it comes to taking photos? Like, do you like to be a fly on the wall and act like you're not even there? Or Do you like to, you know, tell rappers how to pose a certain way? And he talks about that right here.
When it comes to taking pictures with someone, I first like to actually get to know them, like know what they're about, know what they want, or like, because it's much easier to take a picture of someone like you know what they're into, what they're kind of looking for, rather than, you know, walking into a studio and just trying to snap some pictures of someone you're just meeting and hope they like them. And like, there's definitely situations where you got to do that and step up, but it's more, I kind of like just watching their process, and through that, when I'm watching it, you can kind of see where something might be leading up to a moment that you can like snap and get a good shot of, or just them vibing to their music and loving the environment and the energy.
Now, if you're a aspiring photographer and you're looking to get started, you know, in this photography industry, pay attention, because Christian tells us what camera he uses.
I use a Nikon D3300. Currently, I like it just because, you know, it's simple. It takes very clear pictures. I mean, pretty much my first camera, so I obviously have that attachment to it. But it just has different modes and features, and I can mess around with the aperture and ISO so that when needed I can edit them so they come out clearer, or different aspects of the photo kind of stand out.
So if there's any aspiring photographers out there who want to ask Christian for advice, or if you're an artist who's looking for a photo shoot, you can contact Christian on Instagram at Christian Kroot. That's Christian, Kroot. Now, salute to Christian for stopping by this episode of Recognize Maine. And before we get into these details about the Lil Jon concert coming up in September, we do have yet another sneak peek of new music, new local music by Lil Foreign. This one's called Good. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments section.
Yeah, 2 shots of honey got me feeling really good, but I'll be better off rolling 2 backwoods. Just got back from Boston, damn it's sunny in the hood, and everybody on, ain't no need for them to jug. Hey, I just touched down in my fucking city. Hey, it's a reunion, call everybody to link with me. White girls really like that white, I just like my purple. Rolling up green and they just grab my circle. I like money, I like green. Yeah, I do this for my team. And your she is a fiend for the D.
Lil Foreign, Good, local artist from Maine. You can listen to that full track on SoundCloud. Good by Lil Foreign. And lastly, we got those details coming up on that Lil Jon concert going down in September. Hot 104.7 presents Lil Jon. It's going down Saturday, September 1st at the State Theater in Portland. Now, if you don't know who Lil Jon is, man, he's got those popular tracks Get Low with the East Side Boys. He's got Turn Down for What with DJ Snake. And he's got a few other hits as well. So definitely make sure to come out to that event Saturday, September 1st at the State Theater in Portland. Again, salute to the Hot 104.17 for putting that show together. And that is all for this episode of Recognize Maine. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the weekend.